Have to understand there's a very quick timeline here, 6 weeks. We all need to pull together. I will say that her Republican opponent will be a ferocious opponent. He has shown through his past experience with the Mass Fiscal Alliance that he will be very aggressive and is not to be taken lightly. This race is by no means over, and it's incumbent on all of us to pull together and to help Lori achieve a victory in November.
My congratulations to Lori on running a very fine campaign. She showed a lot of energy and a lot of insight. She has a lot of skill sets that I think will do us well in Washington. I think it's very important that we as Democrats get behind her to get her elected, also to get a Democratic House of Representatives elected, because we can do things even with one house in terms of investigations, oversight. So these are things that we can do that will be very useful, and I think we are going to do them, and I think Lori can certainly make a good contribution in that regard.
I'm truly, truly blessed to have had a chance to run and to get to know and to learn from these amazing people who are just so talented to, representing our diverse district here. So it's been amazing to get to learn from you. And in running and getting to listen and learn from everyone, I know that people are in fear. They're in fear because they're in terms of jobs, healthcare, education, and they're afraid. They're afraid that America is no longer a welcoming place. When I came here as a refugee, we were helped. We had good people who mentored us and helped us, and many people in our district are afraid that America is no longer a place that's welcoming to people. And in getting to know Lori and her team, I know that Lori cares about our district.
I remember fighting for labor law reform in '77. We lost because of a 5-week filibuster by the Republicans. Unconscionable. I mean, we're moving backwards on our democracy. We're moving backwards with voter suppression and backwards. And, Lori's going to go down and fight for us. And I'm going to be so proud when she's, in that chair. And I must say, we were the term limit team. And I just hope that somebody does some polling and finds out that 200 or 300 people, term limits meant a lot to them and who they voted for.
Campaigns are interesting, right? You start a campaign and you think, I will never say a bad thing or think of a bad thing about anybody. And then as you get into the campaign, you start saying, well, this person did this thing, and maybe I should talk about it. What unifies us as Democrats is what has made me really proud to be an American. This group, this room, and the group behind me, what an honorable group of people that decided to take, in most instances, a year of their life to contribute to the dialogue that makes us better in the 3rd District, makes us better in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and ultimately as Americans.
I live in Haverhill, but my stepfather works in Lawrence, and my wife had to evacuate from her buildings in Merrimack College, where she studies and works. So I just want to thank all of you in your communities that have stepped up to help us in the Merrimack Valley. So please, just thank you very much for that. Following the note of thanks, I do want to thank all the candidates behind me for coming together in this experience of a lifetime. I have learned so much, and we together in this process, I think, have done a great service for our political process and to ensure that we will have the best nominee possible to win this in November.
Political fight like we did have for almost a year, you don't expect necessarily to make friends, right? Mm-hmm. You're political adversaries. But over that dozens of times that we were in green rooms backstage or at women's marches or at March for Our Lives, whatever that may be, those initial handshakes turned into hugs. And I made friends. And these people up here, every single one of them made me smarter. And I'm so grateful for that. And I gotta say this, I cannot wait to see what happens to the other 9 candidates that were on this ballot, and it was a tremendous, tremendous honor to be on a ballot alongside each and every single one of you. So thank you.
Because these are not normal times. We have a president who doesn't believe in the values that we believe. And so we need to come together to fight for the values that we all believe in. We all need to come together to fight and agree that every single person, regardless of your gender, regardless of your race, regardless of your income, deserves good, quality, affordable health care as a right and not a privilege. We need to be proud to say as Democrats that we are the party that invests in people. That nobody who works 40 hours a week should ever have to live in poverty. That instead of a tax cut to the 1%, that we're investing in things like paid leave, pay equity, and the things that help people get ahead in this economy.